Good morning, beautiful people. Except for those that are supporting and covering up for pedos. You have the day you deserve. But let me give y'all the play, because I know what's happening. And I know how this is going to play out. And this is the timeline. So the Republicans for years and years and years have been asking for this list. They know that list is horrible. Trump Jr. has talked about it. Eric Trump has talked about it. Alina Habba has talked about it. Everyone in Congress was asking for it on the Republican side at one point. Y'all remember that? They were going hard to get the list from this man right here. This man right here had his house completely bugged, rigged with cameras, recording devices, etc. This man, that whole island and house was rigged. Okay? Now, take it back to where he gets caught up. He goes and sits in deposition. He starts talking, but he says he's going to plead the fifth on several things, which he did. He pled the fifth. Trump pled the fifth over 400 times in regards to this case. Even made a statement saying, a man in my position, anyone would be crazy not to plead the fifth because anything I say can be held and taken in a different context. I could say it's sunny outside when it's not, and that can be held against me. His words, not mine. If you cruise the internet streets like I do, you'll find that soundbite. Look into it. Now let's roll to old Epstein being Epstein. Okay, he's no longer here, but who is here to get the accountability? Miss Maxwell. Because Miss Maxwell was going to Mar-a-Lago and other places picking up underage girls. Okay? I also showed you that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump have known each other for 15 plus years. Epstein has been everywhere. That man has been in every room. Okay? Every room. Now, Trump, of course, he runs his little first term, fucks that up like expected because he's a fuck up. And then he gets his second term running on the Epstein files because he knows his QAnon conspiracy people want to know who the pedos are. They want to take down the Democrats that are on that list. They heard Bill Clinton was on the list. You knew that. You knew that. You knew Bill was in the room, sir, because you were in the room. In Miss Maxwell's trial, it came up. In Epstein's trial, it came up several times that you were on the flight logs. Okay? No one's stupid. But let's fast forward to what's happening now. So Bondi comes on. She said that there's over 200 people's names on that list. 200 victims. It's disgusting, she says. Well, bitch, it can't be that disgusting if you won't release it. What's disgusting is you covering up for that motherfucker that you work for. And I'm not going to say allegedly because it's facts. Because y'all have just given Miss Maxwell the golden ticket so y'all can get her out of there to shut her the fuck up. We're not stupid. She says she's willing to talk to Congress. And guess what happens at 12 a.m.? Y'all want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess? Epstein, you want to take a guess? You want to tell us what happened at 12 a.m.? Epstein, let them know. At 12 a.m., they did a vote to get the Epstein files. Democrats, y'all played y'all hand really well on this because you put the names and the faces of the individuals that said no to getting the list. After the Republicans in Congress have begged for that list multiple times. Including old girl that said death's door, Virginia Fox, the leader of that committee. They all voted no except one Republican. You know what's next? Maxwell is now saying, since the president of these United States who controls the DOJ says that there's no list and there's no crime here, then she wants a retrial. Guess who's pushing for the retrial? Everyone that works for dementia. You get where this is going? Do you get where this is going? I predict they'll get her out and then she'll be Epstein or pardoned or something. But that list, they're going hard to keep that list from getting out. That is the biggest omission of guilt, admission of guilt that I've ever seen in my life. And everyone in Congress on the MAGA Republican side knows who's on that list. They know who's on that list. And there's only one person going super hard to keep that list from going public. And that's the pedo in charge that y'all put in charge. That you MAGA freaks voted on. Damn. It must feel good to wake up today knowing that y'all support a party that destroys children's lives and does it without a problem. They all voted against it. 200 victims, Pam says. Over 200 victims just got shit on by the MAGA Republican Party. Way to go. You guys are the Family Values Party. Got it.